means we can't build any new parts. But do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put all of the old stuff. So, like the old suspension. I'm going to put all of that on fucking Logan's car and save the good stuff for Alex. And then I'm basically not even going to bother with his qualifying. He can just do what he wants for the rest of the season. Because he's a liability, and I don't trust him to do anything other than break cars for us going forward. So all of our resources are going into Alex Albon. No, different people. This is made by Frontier. And Football Manager is made by Sports Interactive. It's basically F1's version of Football Manager. And it's incredibly highly addictive. Have you seen any of this so far, Saint? Have you been here? Was you here last night or Sunday, Saturday? I can't remember. So because we're in debt, I can't spend any money. I can't manufacture any parts. I can't hire any staff or drivers. Well, basically we only want George Russell anyway. Is he interested yet? Come on, George Russell. Right, still not interested. Fine. That's fine. Mostly lurking. Ah, that's fine, mate. Just so you know what the rough score is. She's sent it down a little bit. So we are basically, for the next 2 races, we are racing by the seat of our pants because we can't do anything. We've just got to hope that both drivers can finish the race and our sponsors pay out. I think we get about 3 million a race, so we might be out of debt by the end of race 3 tonight, hopefully. The board are going to hate me. But Lando is worth it. Trust the plan. Trust the process. Let me put my F1 screen up. There we go. I'm down here now. Now, the thing with Monaco is, yeah, it's Monte Carlo. But it's very little opportunity to overtake. So generally, bar a crash, the qualifying grid is essentially the way that the race finishes. So I think we need to push hard in qualifying and then just be really safe in the race. Can I get... No, I'm going to go with 1 driver. Oh, but I need the monies. I need the money. Can we get Logan out of Q1 on old car parts? No, I don't think we can. I'm just going to stick with 1 driver. Reach Q2 with 1 driver. Yeah. I'm not putting any money on Logan Sargent doing anything. Do we gamble on Albon to finish in the top 10? If he doesn't, I'll lose 41 grand. I'm going for it. I'm gonna have faith in Alex Albon. Chance of a safety car, 67%. Because nothing really happens at Monaco unless there's a massively different change in the weather, and it looks like race day is going to be wet. Well, thank you, Saint Ungulant.
Welcome
and
along to
you
one
might
of the
be pleasantly
biggest
surprised
weekends in motorsport here in Monaco.
because there were some people watching last night that were like, do you know what? I'm not a massive F1 fan, but this game's really like interesting when you get into the minutiae of the tactical and the little tweaky bits you have to do. Moderate rain on Sunday. So there's a chance that could be just a straight intermediate race. Or if there's some shenanigans that can be done with running slicks on a slightly wet track. But we'll see. We'll see. We've got to get through practice first. Run plan, 20 laps. So I'm going to do the full practice just to ensure that Alex Albon is as ready as he can be. Sergeant, I've lost all respect and faith in. So I might not even send him out. If you've got 22 dyno, I wouldn't get 23. I mean, I would. Because I've seen enough of this game to know that the AI is far more intelligent in terms of strategy and like team development than 2022 was. But essentially, it's the same game. Like, it looks the same. You're a big FM guy. Oh, sane. I've got an FM23 save on at the minute with UD Lanzarote in the 5th tier of Spain. But it'd only be me and you watching it. I don't remember a game like this before, Saint. You're not into football, but you love playing FM. Holy shit. You like playing Excel spreadsheet manager. I need to send Sergeant out, don't I? I can't just leave him in the pits. Let's see if there's any chance of rain. Oh, there is a little bit of chance of rain, but it's only P, so we'll slap some intermediates on.
Radio check.
And then we'll fast forward this bit just because there's nothing to see. It's literally you just got to send them around the track until they get their confidence up. Yeah, UD Lanzarote in the 5th tier, the Tercera Federación. I am now in the Primera, by the way.
What are we thinking about tires?
The division below La Liga 2. And it's hard. Nobody wants to join me. Not even on loan. Yeah. I tend to do every 3 years on FM. And I'm not going to get next year's FM. I'll probably get FM 25 because they're changing to Unity, I think. They've got a new graphics engine. So hopefully the 3D game will be a lot better. Can you imagine this game with FM Manager's like graphic interface? You just wouldn't have it.
More rain is coming.
Copy.
You're literally managing Chef Wednesday. Yeah, it is. So under La Liga 2, you have the Primera, the Segunda, and the Tercera. 1, 2, and 3. So it's essentially like League 1, League 2, League 3. La Liga 2 is the championship, and then you've got La Liga as the Prem. But in Spain, in each of the...
Focus on your tires.
Like League 1, League 2, and League 3, there are 10 groups, so there are 10 leagues of like 30 in that tier. And the winner from all 10 go up. And then, like, the relegation of the 10 above come down. It's like, huge. What they do is, whereas League 1 and League 2 in this country are national, because of all of Spain's, like, islands and territories, they group them down into, like, more regional leagues. Yeah, it's really... It is when you look at it on paper, but when you're playing it, you just go up and down, and it doesn't really affect the way that your season runs. It's just that there are certain groups in that cluster that are for certain regions. That's all. So we'll leave them out until about a millimetre, and hopefully they'll get all 5 by then, but I don't think they will. Might do. Satisfaction
Okay.
bad. That's fine, to be expected. First run, in you come.
Yeah, we are looking a lot.
Okay.
So, Saint, if you don't see this bit, this is the bit where you got to tweak the car setup for each driver to their satisfaction. And the closer to 100% you can get, the better, obviously, their performance will be. But then, oh no, I didn't put the wet weather tyres on. It'll be fine. I can reconfigure them before they go out. Right,
Okay, the
Sergeant,
car.
let's just get you in.
I'm really struggling to drive this at the moment.
Copy.
No, it's not that in deep in terms of like the driver characteristics. Nah. You've got enough to think about in terms of like the car and the development of the parts, more than like man management of the drivers. Right, he didn't like the straight being right in the middle. Intermediate, out you go. Yeah, I think they're working on that dyno, so they're looking at adding in the F2 and F3 playability. Shit, I didn't put wet tires on him. I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry, Alex. Sorry, Alex. Sorry, Alex. Please don't lose confidence. I'm pinning my entire career on your abilities here. Come on. So they do have the F2 and the F3 championship running in the background, so that you can. It's too fucking loud. So that you can pick up young drivers and put them in as like your reserve driver or what have you, and then after a certain number of years, regen drivers come through. So just random name drivers do come through, and they'll have their own hidden like progression rate attribute. But you've got to be like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 seasons in for that to start happening.
Sun's coming out now.
Oh, brilliant. Sun's coming out now, so I'm going to
Yep.
have to get Albon back in. Fucking hell. What a waste of a practice session.
Give me feedback.
Ignore, and I'm going to set him just to run light on the intermediates for a few
Copy.
laps. Until they get burnt out, and then I'll bring him in.
The damage, it feels terrible.
Copy. Having a look.
That's fine. So he's got. What happens is in practice, because you're not actually racing for anything, I put all of the like low condition parts in the car, so the engine, the gearbox, and the ERS module, and then save the good stuff for the actual qualifying. But in practice, it doesn't matter if they like lose performance because the time is irrelevant, and they still get their feedback for the car setup anyway. So, and because you're only allowed a certain number of these powertrain modules per season, you don't want to burn through them all at the start of the season. Otherwise, you have to pay like a penalty. It's a fee, but it's exorbitant. It's like 5 million for another engine, and then you get a grid penalty for the next race. So managing how hard you push the car at each race weekend is also really important when you can't afford to replace your shit all the time. The good thing about having the Mercedes engine is it's probably lower half of the grid in terms of performance, but it's so good on wear and tear and overheating and stuff like that that your components last a lot longer than, for example, the Red Bull engine, which eats
Feedback from you.
gearboxes for fun.
It's really bad drivability.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'll get you in. Come on. Now we play the slidey game. So what doesn't need the oversteer? Bring this in a bit tighter. Bring that in. Boom. Right. Get him on. Well, the session's ending now anyway. You got 13 minutes. Put the hards back on. Send you out for.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
Everything feels okay for the most part.
Copy.
See if we can do Logan quick. So his straights are there. You might prefer them out here somewhere. Tighten that up. Bring that in. Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay, check the flag.
So same again. We'll do the same again for P2. Obviously, we're looking for optimal setup, but as long as it's at least great, that'll be fine to take in. Hello, David. Nice to see you, mate. How was flight sim for you? Where did you fly to? You're loving it.
That's great.
Have you got like the full yoke and rudder, pedals, and all the rest of it? Make them safe, so avoid the high-risk curbs and don't fight your teammate. Whatever you do, please don't go anywhere near Albon, Sergeant. Thank you very much. Frankfurt to Glasgow. Did you do it in, is it in real time as well? Keyboard, mouse. Okay, cool. No. I'm going to try and leave them out there a bit longer on these slicks. Because every time you call them in, it takes track time away from them, and their track knowledge doesn't rise at the rate it should. But the risk is they're going to skid off the track because they're on the wrong tyre. But I want to try and get the next level of feedback before I bring them back in. Right, Albon's is good.
It's very neutral.
Yeah, understood.
We could get this optimal, I reckon. I reckon we can get this optimal. That's gotta be. Okay, I think this run will come back great, and then one more tweak and he'll be on optimal. We'll put the inters on for a bit. Send him out. Sergeant, you do what you want.
Okay.
I have really poor traction.
Right, Sergeant still hates his car. Fucking hell, it's all over the shop. Right. Get the straights down. Traction up. Oh, Logan, your car's a mess. I need to bring that traction down just a touch. Like that. I think the straights, I think he's going to want to prefer to be in this section. But we'll run that for now. We'll run that. That'll get us, that'll probably get us a great. Oh, David, last night Albon got, it depends where you were up to, but Albon got 3 consecutive 9th place finishes. And we had a decision dilemma on whether to go onto the hards that I despise, or we take an extra pit stop and go onto the slicks, and I went with the slicks option. And he had to chase all the way up through the pack from 18th, and he finished 9th. Logan Sargent I retired Logan Sargent because he binned his car and I weren't giving him a new front wing, so I just retired the car, made him sit on the naughty step. But, David, we are now $7.5 million in debt because I decided to sign Lando Norris for car 2 for next season, which I'm buzzing about, but it cost us 14 million.
Conditions.
And if I don't get out of debt pretty sharpish, I might get fired. Right, conserve.
Okay, happy to manage tyres short term. Yeah, copy.
He's all right to push because he's on the medium still. He managed to get through the wet, but these intermediates are going to have to come in pretty soon. Oh, we'll be able to get through. We'll be able to get through this. Easy peasy. You've got really poor traction. I know that's funny that it happened to be the traction thing, but I don't think tyres actually affect it because it's more to do with the angles and the tweaks of the wing and the chassis and stuff like that. If I get sacked, previously I don't think you could because you can't swap teams, but I think they introduced in this update the team swap feature. So your character as a team principal like stays in the game and you can apply for jobs at other teams now, I think. But I'd probably have to start again as Williams and just not sign Lando Norris. Brilliant.
Okay.
Right. Albon's got a great satisfaction.
It's
By the
good.
time we get out of here, he's probably
Yeah,
going to have
good
about 10 minutes left of the practice. I want to get him to optimal. I'll put him back on the soft tyres as well. Oh, 95%. I might just leave it. No, I can do this. I can get this optimal. That's got to be optimal. Fly, young Alex. Fly. Yeah, 14 million and t-shirts and mugs. It'll be fine. Little cut-out faces of Alex Albon for them to wear at the races.
Okay with the car?
Right, Sergeant's great as
Car is
well.
good.
Nice little bonus.
Copy.
You can... Oh, I might as well do it. I was just going to leave him at 94%, but if I'm here, I might as well. Fly, Alex, fly. Albon will be an optimal by the time we get out of practice 3.
Okay, that's checkered flag.
Blue for Jubilee. I'm going to stick him on a long run because I think he's going to be optimal. And I don't think I'm going to bother tweaking Sergeant anymore. I want to try and keep them mediums so I can have 2 mediums for the race. I'll go use medium and a set of softs because he's not going to make it that far in qualifying anyway, so I should have loads of softs left for the race. Normally P3 is just you leave them out on a long run to get the track acclimatization percentage up as much as possible. So the first 2 sessions you want to try and get that great or optimal car set up so that you're not fanning about in P3.
Feedback from you.
Felt nice.
Yeah, copy.
So hoping that'll be an optimal. Great's good enough. I'll let him finish his run. We're talking like a minuscule improvement in confidence. Between great and optimal. I need to call Logan in for his tyres anyway. Oh, I absolutely fucked it. But what a good thing is, the highest satisfaction setup will always be saved. So you can just revert back to it if you need to. Which for Logan, I think I'm going to do. And then we'll just leave it like that. Stick a set of softs on. 45 laps. How long's left of the session? 35 on. And then I'll just leave him out on that. Let's see what Alex has to say about his car. 88%. So chasing that purple dragon, I'm just going to revert back to his favoured setup. And then not try for the optimal. And we'll run for 30 laps. And that'll take us through to the end of practice. 95 and 94% setup satisfaction is way better than the AI would do, so I'm happy anyway. So now we just need this to hurry up and climb to as close to 100%. There's normally a... Oh, there it is. So that red line is the track knowledge. So he'll be at 100% potentially on the very last lap. Probably 99%. Albon's not had enough track time over the weekend to reach 100%, but he'll probably be at 90.
Okay, let's check a flag.
What do we get? We got a 93 and a 98. Perfectly happy with that. That's a really good practice weekend. Really, really good. 96% starting confidence. So, as I was
Welcome
explaining
everyone
last
to
night,
qualifying.
who's not seen it?
This
Was it Saint?
should be a good one.
The session will be
The higher the starting confidence, you actually get a buff to the driver attributes. So he's got very high confidence, and he's getting +3 and +4 attribute improvements. Whereas if you have a shit practice weekend and it's low confidence, you don't get any buffs. So essentially, it's like having like the best version of Alex Albon that you can get. And even Sargent's got a +2 buff across the board. So we're now on qualifying. So I put the best race parts that I have in the car for maximum performance that aren't broken. And you save the best for future. Flying lap, they're ready. High confidence. Qualifying it is. I don't care. Poor Sargent's already had his seat replaced by Lando Norris, so he should learn to stay on the track a bit more. I'm just going to send him out straight away, get a time down, and we'll see how we do once everyone else has been out. Bearing in mind, Sargent's on the original old car parts, so I don't see him getting anywhere close to qualifying out of this. We'll wait for Alex to be on his flying lap, and then we'll watch it. On board with Alex Albon. Bing. Can you imagine having this in Football Manager? Like, you could pick any player and you've got iCam and you can see what they see on the pitch. That would be fucking incredible. Lap's ruined. Was that Magnussen? He's blocked our flying lap. The lap's ruined. Hey, Space Monkey! Thank you for the resale. Welcome in, dude. 3 months. You're on a 3-month roll.
Oh dear, you've gone full kit wanker. Happy
Mate.
3
Just
months.
keep it on the delta, just be slightly negative.
You want full kit wanker? I'll give you full kit
Go
wanker.
in lap, go switch in lap.
Yes, copy.
Make sure you respect the delta. So you go in.
Sergeant, this is Team Principal Toto Walls. Will you please not bid it into the wall? Thank you, over.
Now on full kit wanker, Space Monkey. Got what you wanted. Me just sat there on the pit wall, looking at all the Excel spreadsheets. Right, now when they can come in on their in lap and everyone's had a run, we can see where the land is lying. The Alpines are just about to go out. Red Bulls haven't gone out. So that 10th place from Sargent is going to end up like 19th. Albon might be good enough to get through Q1, but we are going to send him out again. But I'm going to wait for the track, which isn't due to get wet. I'm going to wait for the track to be a bit more in his favor. Shit, did I just click send out? Fuck. Sorry, Alex. I wanted to wait for the track to get quieter. So this white grade out area is the volume of traffic on track. So you want to send it out when it's as low as possible to avoid being blocked by people going slower because they're on their out lap or in lap. So that might not actually be too bad of a spot for Alex to jump out on. In fact, that might be perfect. Right, Alex is on his flying lap. These bars down here, we're looking for them to be green or purple, and that means he's doing better than his first lap. So that's a great first sector.
You're doing great, Alex. Keep going, mate. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Over.
I won't do that anymore. Toto Walls, mate. Yeah, my name is Daddy Walls, so I get emails saying, "Good morning, Daddy."
Walls Daddy?
That is a great second sector from Alex. Big Alex. Big Alex is going for a new contract here, but I'm sorry, I want George Russell. I'm sorry, Alex. Even Sargent's got a PB on that.
P7. That's a good lap, mate.
It was a very good lap.
Brakes on the way in.
I think Alex is down for a quali 2 session. Sargent in the old car parts. He's got a PB, and I don't even think a PB in the final sector is going to save him from the cut.
P12.
Going to be touch and go.
Go in, go in.
You'd expect Leclerc, Perez, and Gasly to be faster, but that would leave him in 15th. I don't know, you know. Might be in with a shout. Right, let's put one more lap's worth back into the cars and just see if we need to send them back out for a Hail Mary. Alex Albon is at peak driver confidence. Fuck it, go for it. Go for it. One last flying lap. We want green sectors, Alex. Come on, green sectors. Yeah, Sargent's down in 17th. He needs to pull something out of his arse here.
And clear. And you go push.
That's a green first sector, Alex. You're doing well, mate. Green on sector 2. He's qualifying like a man possessed. Oh! Right, Alex is definitely through this queue. What a fucking drive that was. See you later, Sergeant. With a time like that, he could get into Q3. Bye, have a beautiful time. Fine lap, he's good. Why has your confidence gone down, you melt? You just had a blinder. You should be at peak confidence. We won't watch his first lap because there's no comparison to make, so it'll always be green because nobody's out yet. So we'll watch his second lap.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I didn't want to use another set of soft tyres. I'm going to keep them for the race. Unless they get sent back. Go now. Go, Alex. Go. Like the wind. That's a poor first sector, Alex. Get your finger out. Nah, that lap's a write-off. That lap is a
Currently
write-off.
P9. That was a really good lap, mate. Well done.
No, it wasn't. Shut your
Okay,
face.
Alex. That's that run done, so go switch in. Yep, copy.
I'd like to have 2 sets of softs for the race, at least. I think that one will get sent back. After each practice. Oh, no, it's after practice. For any driver who advances to Q3 in qualifying, teams will also return an additional set of soft tyres. Oh, no. Maybe it's better if I don't go to Q3. I like to run soft, medium, soft. Stick on these ones. Go on, Alex. One last chance, mate. Out you pop. We're 200ths off the pace anyway. I don't think, without going out on fresh tyres, I don't think we're gonna gain anything here. We'll have to settle for a Q2. That's all the sponsors wanted, so we're going to get paid out for getting a driver to Q2, so that's all right. Kevin Magnussen fucked our lap again. Thank you, Kevin Magnussen. Nah, two shit sectors.
Currently P10.
I don't think he's going to get through.
Boxing this lap then.
I don't think he's going to get through. You've got Hamilton down there. Is he on a fast lap? So it's all down to Gasly whether he can knock Albon out. Everyone else is on their in lap. Albon's in Q3 if Gasly fucks this up. But he's setting PB sectors. No! No, Gasly, no! Please don't do it, Gasly. Please don't do it. Albon's in Q3, baby. Come on. Come on, Alex. You got this. Nice clear track ahead of you.
So close to 0.
110.8.
Okay, Alex.
All right.
That's that run done. Copy.
We'll give him one last chance once it gets quiet about there.
Currently P8.
P8 might have time
This
for
lap
one
time
more.
is good. Select go in lap.
Quick,
Copy.
quick, 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 quick. Go. One last chance. Was there an F1 back in 2000? Oh, shit.
Flag.
That's a PB in the first sector on his final flying lap. Big man, Alex. So we got Ocon on a flying lap, Leclerc, Alonso. Ocon's PBing again. All right. P8. Providing Ocon doesn't blow us out of the water. He did. P9. Look. P9. What more can you want?
It's
Arrows.
race day, and final
Shitty
preparations are
That's
underway.
back in the day.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable.
Moderate rain. Why has he got a grid penalty? Oh, I think that's from the last race when he crashed. Because he's a knob. Oh, look at the weather. Oh. Right. So we have to start on dries. But at what point we come in for intermediates could be the difference between plus or minus 3 or 4 places, depending on what the AI's got planned. So we're going to start on softs and absolutely smash it. And then we're going to come in for the intermediates. But I don't think one set of intermediates will last the end of the race. So we look at the tyre graph. Okay, no, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. We can even push them a little bit. So you're looking at here for the point roughly where it turns to a millimetre of rain, which is going to be as it crosses over the yellow grit marker. So we're looking at what, lap 11? And then it's inters for the rest of the race. Technically here, that will turn into a wet tyre, but because it's only for two laps at best, no one's going to pit for a wet weather tyre. This race will be won and lost here. So that's a 112 strategy. 112, push. I mean, Monaco isn't the greatest of tracks in the dry for overtaking and stuff. But in the wet, when you've got no DRS doing relatively slow lap times, I'm just going to end up fast forwarding this race because nothing will happen apart from Sargent crashing, but that's just normal Sargent. Fuel we won't have to worry about because anything that we overuse is going to get recouped because we will be doing slower laps in the wet. So we can literally just full send it up to the pit stop and just chance our luck.
The streets of Monte Carlo are ready.
Oh, yeah, this is
as the
proper in
drivers
depth.
prepare
Oh, yeah,
for
moves.
the
You're all right,
set.
mate.
We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix.
So we're looking at lap 11.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Sargent is going to crash, so I'll put him on high overtake anyway. Maybe he gets lucky. Let's get on board with Albon. Oh, what a start, Alex.
What do we have to do?
Copy.
Do him on the first corner. Do him. Do them all. Do them all. Oh, there's an ad break. Right, I'll pause the race. For those of you that subbed, I'm going to pause the race, wait for the ads to finish so that the people that aren't subbed don't miss it, and I'm going to go grab a quick drink. Is there anyone even watching that's got ads? I know. You've got to stay off the booze this week. Why? What are you doing, Moves? You got a doctor's appointment or something? Yeah, I'm only drinking orange juice though, Moves. So I'm the same as you, mate. I'm off it till Friday, which is only fucking 3 days. Oh, you got a bladder infection. Ouch. Pissing needles. You don't have the ads? Telling me that there's an ad in progress. Fine, let's race. How much water have you drunk today, Moods? About a litre. Mate, get 2 more down you at least. You can just see how much faster everyone in front of us is. Even at max send, like, we just can't get anywhere near them.
Use the overtake.
I need to stay in DRS for the start of lap 3, so I'm going to have to use up my battery just to get under that 1 second marker. And even then, it's probably not enough. You fell off some ladders. What was you doing, Dino?
P20.
How's the weather looking? So it's roughly 11 or lap 11 or 12 for the intermediates. I think Russell was using his battery up on that lap because we're gaining on him all of a sudden. The DRS marker is 3 corners away. The thing with Monaco is the DRS straight isn't that long, so it's kind of a bit of a moot situation. So it's this bit here across the start-finish line, but it's not really long enough to really do much. And then you're back into turn 1 and that's it.
so we're expecting more rain.
Copy.
Graph changed? Not really. Our weather center's only, I think, 70% accurate, so this could change even this close to it happening. Oh, go on, Alex! Pull! I think Russell was harvesting for those last 2 laps, and now he's back to neutral, so he's going to start pulling away again. Now, depending on when these lot pit for intermediates, if they pit too early, or like the AI will pick up their desired time, I might push Alex for 2 more laps on the slicks if it's not too wet, and see if I can gain a little bit of time back before I pit for intermediate. I think that might be my only chance of really pushing up the ranking. But if it goes wrong and he gets too wet too quickly while I'm on the slicks, I'll lose my 8th place and I'll end up like 14th, 15th. Or I'll just play it safe and hold for 8th, because when the rain comes, there's going to be very little overtaking going on. Which is why I'm trying to do Russell before we do the pit stop. If we can stay 7th, I think I'll pit.
Okay, good job.
Oh, Alex. Come on, mate. Will you go? What are you sitting there for?
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
What? Go on then.
Yellow ahead.
Now Alex Albon is part of this. And that's where they
Why did you wait so long to rejoin the track? That's race over.
The window is open.
So we're on lap 13 and it's not wet enough yet, so my weather center wasn't accurate enough.
Feedback on tyres when you can.
Just gonna leave him out.
Let's feed the race car.
Leave him out, do what you want.
Yeah, I'll do it.
There's another couple of laps that we can try and eke out.
So watch out for track condition.
Right, hit this lap. That's it now, till the end. No ERS, no way to really overtake anyone. Race is done. Monaco's I don't know why Monaco's got all the hype. It's such a shit track. You was on the ladder making car parts. You were making car parts on a ladder. No, that doesn't make sense. Albon's streak is over. On the bright side, and I know as soon as I say this, Sargent will crash. On the bright side, no parts have been broken this weekend. So we're going to be chipping away at this debt that we've got, and I reckon 2 more races will be out of debt. And we'll have Lando Norris for next season. Fucking hell. I've just realised I forgot to turn the fuel down. I might run out of fuel on both cars. All right, Dino, it's a shit F1 track, but you get what I mean. There's nowhere to really overtake, even in a dry. You stand with Sargent. Don't stand with Sargent. He's not going to be here next season. He is an irrelevance. An irrelevance and a liability.
Just check the track condition.
Nobody will be changing to dry tyres. And if they do, we're staying out on intermediate. Back to dump. I just want this race to hurry up and finish. Just not in a car bigger than a van. True. Maybe if they had like a roller skating race. Sometimes I wish there was a 32 times speed for situations just like this. Low, avoid high risk curbs, don't fight teammate. Let's just turn it all down, just to minimize the risk of them crashing. You can be on a light pace. Harvest your DRS. Literally drive as slow as you can.
Copy.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen though, Dino. What you have to do is not go to Monaco. But there's too much money involved, isn't there?
We're happy to push.
Copy. How does my tires look?
Tires are a bit on the cool side, so just watch out.
What a dismal race. Both Haas's finishing in the points is not good for our constructor title. Not title, but our constructor ranking.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Check the flag. Typical race.
Sargent was lapped 3 times. What? Look at the fucking state of this. Look at that. What the fuck? What an awful track. Awful, awful, awful track.
I'll be honest now.
You shut up. All right, we're not going to say anything. The best thing is we didn't break any car parts. We're just going to forget that weekend ever even happened. 3.3 million. Okay, okay. Okay, what does that leave us at? I still can't build any parts, but we are at minus 4.3. 2 more races and we're out of debt, people. 2 more races. We're still 6th in the constructors, 3 points ahead of Haas. Okay. McLaren on 0. What the frig are you lot doing?